Hi friends, welcome back. In the last video, I told you that we are going to do a series of videos from start to finish on how I do real estate investing. This is going to be the first video in the series, and we're going to focus on finding land for our investment properties. And not just land, really. We're going to focus on finding affordable land for our investment properties. Okay, so we're going to go to thelotstore.com. That's the address that's up here in the browser. And for the options, the main location, we're going to select any, and property type, we're going to put land, and property status, we're going to put for sale, and then do search. Now, this is one of the places that I find properties. Now, finding them driving around works as well, but for me, sometimes it's easier to just do it online. And there's another one online too that I'm going to give you after this. But what I'm doing is just scrolling through right now to find something that might catch my eye price wise, and also like size wise. Like this one here, it's a half acre, and this is in Sparkman, Arkansas. I don't know too much about Sparkman, but it is $4,800. So let's skip over that one for now. This one here says Pine Bluff, and it's 0.14, so that's 50 by 120. Now in Arkansas, you might have to get, for this 50 feet wide, it might require getting an approval, for the narrow lot, but let's just go look at this one for now. So I would take a look at this one because the price is right, and it's Pine Bluff is kind of like a big city, so that's okay too. So let's look here. It says $150 down and 12 payments of $100 a month. If you finance this, if you buy it outright, it's $1,075. Now, most of these properties on here are properties that he would have purchased from tax deed. And in Arkansas, the tax deed is basically where the state got the property because someone didn't pay their taxes on it. And what happens is he bought it, he waited the waiting period, and then they sent it to him after the owner did not redeem the property. So now he can sell the property. If you want to buy a property like this and you want to build like a triplex on this, you might get approval for duplex. I don't know if you're going to do a triplex on this, but let's just say a small duplex on this. You might get approval for a triplex. I don't know. But anyway, that's beside the point. I'm sorry. I get got off track there. I started thinking about designs in my head. I'm so sorry. But anyway, for something like this, I would start doing market research because I'm just like, let me just see if there's a waiting list for Section 8 or something in Pine Bluff, and then I will go from there. So let's just say we choose this as our test property, okay? We have 50 by 100, and no, it's 50 by 120 and $150 down. Now, something like this, I might buy outright, but let's just say you don't want to buy it outright. You only got $150, or you might have $0, and you say, oh my goodness, I want this piece of property. Let me not eat lunch for a week, or let me take lunch from home for a week or 2 weeks, or however long it is, and let me not buy takeout or whatever it is, and then let me put a deposit on this property and make these payments. At least that point I have the property, and I can start saving up the money to start the foundation and so on, so on. So that's $150 down and $100 a month for 12 months. I wouldn't say that that's bad. Honestly, that's pretty decent. But then what we're going to do is, of course, somebody got to go. And I'm going to do a video on that too, like the things you want to look out for when you send someone to look at this property for you. And also you want to do the market research and all of this stuff before you even put the $150 down. But you want to go and look for 2 or 3 pieces that might be okay. Like, oh, I might be able to consider these pieces. Look at those ones, then do the market research on them. Then find someone who might be able to go out and look at them for you, and then you make the deposit if everything's groovy. If not, do not pay on the property. There is another step that will be involved if you want to sell this property. And see, this video is already getting long. I'm so sorry, guys, but I really just want to give you enough information so that if you go off and you do this, you would have enough information that would help you along the way. So when you buy these types of property, you can build on it, you can rent them out and things like that. Well, of course, like you can have a contractor bill on it, or someone with a builder's license or something like that build on them for you, and you can rent them out. Or if you want to live in it, you can build on it yourself. The only people you would have to hire is a plumber, an electrician, and an HVAC person. But in the state of Arkansas, you can build a house that you're going to live in yourself, and you can build it yourself. You can pull the permits and everything for it yourself. Now, the only workaround that is if you live in that house for 1 year, now you can rent it to someone else. Okay. And that's a lot of other stuff that we would have to get into there. But I just wanted to put that out in the air in case you wanted to move to the great state of Arkansas, or you already live in the great state of Arkansas, but you wanted to build a house. That's a way you can do it. Okay. All right, so let's just get to the market research part of this. So you know how to find a property now. There's another website. I'm going to just put it on the screen instead of going through all of that. I'm just going to put it on the screen, and that's the Arkansas. You can buy directly from them where they have all the tax deed properties. You can buy it directly from them, but you're going to have to bid on it. And sometimes, somebody might outbid you or something. So this where the price is already set. You know what you're paying. You're done. I'll put that there for you to look at that one. Now let's do the market research. Okay, so now we're at the ushousingdata.com/fair-market-rents/Arkansas. I'll put that down in the description, or I'll probably just put the link down in the description. So we know that the property we were looking at is Jefferson County, which is the Pine Bluff property that we looked at just now. So we see that Jefferson County, a studio rents for right around $635, a 1-bedroom $690, a 2-bedroom $906, a 3-bedroom $1151, and a 4-bedroom $1207. Okay, so we know that that's the information there for Jefferson County. Then I will go to like the Public Housing Authority website. Some of the websites would actually have the waiting list and stuff on there. It doesn't seem like this one has the waiting list on here, but they do have their phone number. So I would call that phone number and I would say, hey, do you guys have a waiting list for your Section 8 tenants or something like that? And they might say, well, yeah, we have a waiting list. Most of the people are waiting for like 2 bedrooms or 3 bedrooms or whatever it might be. And then I'll ask for like about how many people are on that waiting list. And I know this might be not the best way to do it, but this is how I do it. Okay, I will call them to find out what their waiting list looks like, because I want to know if I can actually rent a building in that area. And if I can, I want to know what size building would be best for that area. Like if it's a 2-bedroom, 1-bedroom, 4 bedrooms, whatever it might be. That's what I would do to get my a little bit of the market stuff out of the way. Of course, you want to check like the crime rate and stuff like that. But for me, if someone wants to live in this area and they're on a waiting list for this area, most of the times they know about the crime in the area and they still want to live there. So I'm not too concerned about it, because that's where they want to be. So I will just find out the information that's going to help me put the best building there to get it rented out. I will also ask them what their application process is if I wanted to get on their list of landlords for their Section 8 program. When I get all of that out of the way, then I would know whether or not this area is somewhere I can go. I would also call the permit department, to be honest with you, and tell them, hey, I was looking at this property at this address. What's the largest size multifamily can I put there? Can I put a duplex there? Can I put a triplex there? Can I put a fourplex there? And they're going to tell you by pulling up that area and that address whether or not you can put a fourplex, triplex, or duplex, or whatever you can put there. And after having all of that information, that's going to give you the best amount of it will give you the best ammunition to make the best decision. Or I guess not so much ammunition. I don't know. Anyway, basically it'll arm you with all of the information. Well, most of the information that you would need to know whether or not you're going to give this guy your $150 deposit. And there's a little bit more to it than that, but that's like the basic, the basic part of wanting to get the big stuff out of the way before you actually design a building to put in this area, or even give the guy $150. It's a few phone calls and a few websites, and whether or not you should invest that first $150 to even buy the property. So maybe the next video, what we'll do is we would create a scenario where the the permit department told us that we can put a duplex here. When we do our layout, maybe next week, for this pretend building that we're going to do, it's going to be a small floor plan. That's how I find my properties, and hopefully this will be helpful to someone. If it is helpful to you or someone please share this information. I would like all of us to build real estate investment portfolios together. And yes, we might be doing it the way that requires a little bit more energy, a little bit more work on our part, but this is a way to get it done if you don't have lots and lots of cash laying around, right? So share the video with someone who you think can help, even if they want to buy the property to just have some property that they might be able to sell later, or have some property that they want to build a home on so they can get out of renting. Whatever it is that we can do to help someone else, please, let's just do it to help them. If we can send the video out or just tell them about it, okay? Yeah, that's all I have for today. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing. If you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe, because I'm going to try to see if I can give you everything for you to get going in this real estate investment game. And yeah, that's all. Take care and God bless.